Alright guys, it's 12 o'clock p.m. noon. Today's Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about Food Tuesday. And this is going to be Food 101. The basics. The basics. Here we go. Almita, hey Arturo, hey Maria Cruz. And we also got Fragoso also in the house is watching again. Alright guys, and we need to invert the camera. Oh, Arturo, I wish I could, but I can't because then it's going to take more setup. But no worries, I'll tell you what this means backwards. Alright, so guys, here's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a quick 15-minute food breakdown, and I got quite the show for you guys. So will you be joined? Check this out. This is the most important food talk that we're going to have. So guys, Food 101, the basics. It's important to you guys right now, know the basics since you're in quarantine. The first basic is PFF. Now let me tell you what PFF stands for. It stands for protein, fat, fiber. Now let's define each one. Hey Wendy, let's define first one, the protein. Protein. Now the first P stands for protein. Now the question is, what is the universal definition of protein? And we have one here at D2S, and it is anything that has ojos. Ojos or eyes and a tail. So the question is the food you're eating at one point will have or had eyes or tails? If the answer is yes, it's protein. If the answer is no, then it's going to be not protein. Now the first question always is good. Well, what about beans? Beans are going to be an incomplete protein source. You would have to combine protein and rice to make it a complete protein source. And you can, but at the same time, you're getting the carbohydrate intake, and that's going to be a problem. All right, especially if you're trying to get leaner. Now, the first F is going to be fiber. Fat. Protein, fat, and fat is going to be the kind of oil you cook with. If right now at your house you're cooking with masola oil, canola oil, or any kind of vegetable oil, you throw it out the trash. You get rid of it. No good. Because we want you to cook with real food, real oil. Now, we're gonna get to that right now, what we use for cooking, okay? So again, the first P stands for protein, fat, fiber, and fiber is going to be anything that's dark green. And I always get the same question over and over. Is bread fiber? Because when you buy the piece of loaf of bread, it says right there, fiber. So you're thinking, hey, so bread equals fiber? Not really. Fiber is going to be anything that's dark green, any vegetable category. That's what we count fiber as. And fiber, guys, we'll give you guys an example right now. Okay, the next thing is going to be JERF. Now, we know the first rule, PFF. That's going to be universal, guys. So no matter what your fitness goal is, you should always follow these two simple concepts, PFF and JERF. Just eat real food. Now, protein, fat, fiber. Let me give an example. Okay, you go to In-N-Out and you get the burger. You get the protein style burger. Okay, you get the protein, that meat, that would be considered to be a protein, I guess. And what about the fat? Okay, put some cheese in that burger. And what about the fiber? Oh, hey, the lettuce. So hey, is In-N-Out PFF? Nah, it's not PFF. Here's why. Because it doesn't also include JERF. So if the food you're eating is not real food, it won't be in that category. Because you have to follow two concepts. You have to follow the concept of PFF plus JERF. If you're eating protein, fat, fiber, and it's real food, because JERF stands for just eat real food, then it will be in a good place. As in, you're gonna know what's good and what's bad by following the simple concepts of PFF and JERF. So, and here's why In-N-Out wouldn't be considered to be JERF, because In-N-Out burger is highly processed. I mean, if you guys look in the nutritional facts of the burger, it's mostly just fat because, high quality protein is expensive. And you can only, for an In-N-Out burger, it would have to cost at least $10 for it to be a good quality protein burger. And they can't, price-wise they can't. And the cheese is just gonna be low quality cheese because it comes from low quality milk. Because it comes from cows that were not raised properly. And if the cow is sick It's gonna give you that milk that's full of pus. So they have to pasteurize the hell out of that dairy to make it nice and clean. They have to also dye it so that it can be that, that nice color that you like to eat in your burger, the orange color. And the fiber, in your case, the lettuce, if you want to say In-N-Out's Jerf and PFF, it's not, because that type of lettuce, guys, is going to be highly toxic because of all the pesticides, the herbicides they use to grow that, that specific, that crop. And if you guys watched Super Size Me 2 last week, you guys should know why. And that's why it doesn't fit. And truth is, right now, all of you are eating just real food because you're cooking more at home, which is great. And we have to keep it that way. Moving on. You have to eat PFF plus Jerf 4 to 6 times a day. 4 to 6 times a day. 4 times is ideal, and 6. If you're someone like Arturo, who right now is working out so much, he's working out about 3 to 4 hours a day. Okay, now food-wise, the higher your activity level is, the more food you're going to need. If you drive your car more likely you're going to have to put more gas in the car. Also, the more muscle mass you have. You see, muscle is very expensive. Muscle is just like it's like having, a Lamborghini in your garage. I mean, an oil change for a Lamborghini is like what, $1,000? So point is, the more muscle you have, the more food you're going to need to maintain it. And if not, so you can keep on building muscle mass. Because the moment you stop eating protein, then guess what? What you don't use, your body's going to say, okay, I'm sorry, but I don't eat this food. So even though you're trying to feed me like if you fed me when I was working out 3 times a day and be weightlifting all the time, it's no longer necessary. So that's when you go into like a problem of, you're eating and you're going to get fat. So point is this, the more active you are, the more food you're going to need. And truth is, if you work out once a day, you should have 3 meals and 1 snack. If you work out like Arturo, 3 to 4 hours a day, 3 meals and 3 good snacks. If you're someone like Ivania, who right now just joined, Ivania, for her, it's going to be a breakfast, a snack, a lunch, a snack, and then dinner. So 5 in a way for her would be good. But again, it has to follow the principle of PFF plus Jerf 4 to 6 times a day. And what about carbohydrates, right? I always get the same question every time. What about carbs? I need my carbs. Truth is, guys, carbohydrates are going to be, it's what we call a comfort food. And truth is, if you guys go back to the TFL members' habits, it's going to be, you have to eat carbs around your workouts. So we're talking right now things like potatoes, rice, what else, well, that's all I eat. So eat around your workouts. So if you know at 3 o'clock you're going to be working out and it's going to be an intense workout, then guess what? You can have your potatoes with the steak and the salad. And then maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours later, you'll work out. On the other hand, if you work out at 8 p.m. at night, like some of you do for the body workout, I would say that you work out and then you have your carbohydrate meal. Because the thing about carbs is that carbs have to be earned. And that is the number 1 rule I've always had with clients in the D2S challenge. You must earn your carbohydrates. Really, you gotta earn them. It's not a matter of, I'm just gonna eat carbs all day. Because truth is, your brain wants to eat the carbohydrates it sees. Because it's just wired that way. It's wired to be comfortable. But you have to follow principles, not a diet, principles that are going to allow you to make the right decisions when they matter most. When you're watching TV, it's the middle of the night, and I'm hungry. Okay. Put some rationale into that emotion you're feeling. I'm hungry. Okay. If I'm going to eat, it has to be PFF. It has to be just eat real food. And because I haven't worked out and I'm not going to work out, I might get away with, carbs, maybe not so. So, if anything, you would just focus on PFF. Now, what about comfort food? And now this is where it's gonna get interesting. 80-20. Okay, I know, right now we're in quarantine, so we can't really do much. So it's just so easy for you to just say, I wanna have this, it's really good. So, it's not that I'm gonna tell you can't have that. No, first of all, you have to choose to not eat the Oreo cookies. It has to be your choice. You can't say, I'm gonna try to not eat Oreo cookies, because that's failure. You're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, what you have to say is, I'm going to choose to have this instead of the Oreo cookies. That gives you the power because you are in control. Now, 80-20. This is what I mean by that. Okay, now, first off, we got the most important thing, which is going to be your protein. This is going to be the first P is going to be protein. Now, answer me this. Answer me yes or no. Is this going to be all protein? Is it real food? Are these real? Yes, it is. I mean, hello, just the raw egg. Is this protein real? Yes, it is. Now, if you go back into what kind of cut it is, it's going to be 90% lean, 10% fat, grass-fed beef. Now, this is going to be, guys, if you guys were to make this burger, it will be in a good category. Because if you guys go to In-N-Out's burger, again, picking on In-N-Out, it will be like not even 50% lean. So you're eating most of the stuff, it's just all the leftover meat of the cow that the farmers can sell. They just put all together. And then, here In-N-Out, have this because we know your consumers don't know what the hell they're eating or they don't care. So here you go, sell it to them for cheap because cheap food is good food. So again, you have to be informed. So this is the protein salmon. Again, it's going to be, is it real? Yes. Is it protein? Yes. So this is going to be part of your 80-20. Now, let's go with the next thing. And it's going to be your fiber. Now, I know first the fat and then the fiber. In that order, it has to be in that order specifically. Just, know right now. Because now, notice, fiber, anything that's dark green. And truth is, what about this? What about an apple? Now, what do you think? Do you think that an apple would be considered to be in the fiber category or the carbohydrate category? Give me your answer right there. What do you guys think? Apple fiber or carb? Go ahead, tell me. Let's see. Who's gonna tell me the first response? Let's see. Come on, do we get any, come on guys, encouragement. Ivania says that an apple is a carbohydrate. All right, one more answer and then we'll move on. Let's see. Okay, now Lee is right. So Lee, the question is an apple considered to be in the fiber category or the carb category? All right, you guys are not good students right now. No worries, it's the first day. I'll break you guys in as we go. Oh, I know what I will say is a carbohydrate. Josie says a fruit. Guys, fruits and carbohydrates are both in the same category. So Ivania, you're correct. An apple will be considered to be in the carbohydrate category. And that's really what it's going to be. Because fiber, guys, it has to be, do we do frozen veggies? For the most part, no. Right now, we're in freaking quarantine, so guess what? Frozen veggies are gonna be just something that, it's just going to last you longer, okay? But if you can get the raw veggie, that's way better, okay? And the rule of vegetables, guys, the rule of veggies is this: as many or as much as you want. And that's why we cannot have an apple in the fiber category. Because if I tell you, you can have as much fiber as you want, you're gonna have 10 apples a day. And you don't wanna do that, because Lee is right. Lee said that the apple has sugar in it, and it does. This doesn't have sugar. You can have as much vegetables as you can eat, and your blood sugar will not spike up. And that's the key, controlling your blood sugar. That is the main key. That is the reason why D2S works so much, because all we do is stabilize your blood sugar, and fiber is great at that. Okay? All right, so this is the fiber category. Now, we're gonna go on into the fat category. Fat, and then a carbohydrate. Now, give me a thumbs up if you guys cook with coconut oil, at least your meats. And also, peanut butter is gonna be considered to be your fat. Also nuts, that's going to be your fat. And now here's a rule of fat we're gonna go over, and I'm gonna remind you every day that we do this. We're gonna do this only Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it's gonna be this: if you have protein, if you have fat, and you had fiber, okay? And let's say it's the middle of the night and you're craving carbohydrates, okay? You need to increase your fat intake. Let me say it again. When you eat protein, fat, fiber, and you're craving sugar, you're craving carbohydrate, you have to increase your fat intake. That is the only way you're going to stop craving sugar. All right? Okay, good. Now that's going to be your fat. And if you guys notice, this is my only carbohydrate that I have. So again, notice, that's all the protein. That's about 8 pounds of protein. This is about maybe 3 pounds of the veggies, you know, with all the bags. This is like the only rice I'm getting. This is the fats that I'm gonna cook the meals with. The peanut butter just for show. And let's get to your favorite part. The shitty food, aka the food you like a lot. We got the chocolate cream cookies, we got the Cheetos, we got the goldfish, we got the Fritos, we got microwave popcorn, and we got Fritos. I haven't had this in ever since I was like, what, 5 years old? But here's the thing. See this, guys? Take a look at this and tell me what you see. You see real food, you see PFF, and then you see the comfort food. This is what we call comfort food. And now tell me, what did you see more? Did you see more PFF and JERF, or did you see more comfort food? What did you see more? Tell me. What do you see more, guys? Tell me right now. Just type it in right now. Do you see more real food, or do you see more processed food? What do you see more? Come on, don't be shy. Tell me right now. Do you see more real food, or do you see more processed food? Wendy's saying that she sees more PFF food. Ivania says that she sees more real food. Almita says that she sees more real food. So does esta Darlene. Okay, now here's the thing. And this is the key. Notice, if you were to break it down, this will be a quarter. This will be 25. This is a dollar. 25, 25.50, 25.75. 75% good stuff in your house, and 25% of the stuff in your house is shitty food, aka comfort food. And that is how you eat for results. That is how you eat to be healthy. That is how you eat to think better. That is how you eat to be sane and to not be so anxious all the time. That is how you eat so that you can control your emotions and not allow this to get the best of you. This is how you follow the 80-20 rule. All right? And with that, that's it. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday. Because again, this is all about D2S. And truth is, as soon as the quarantine is over, we will be starting a D2S program at TFL like ever before. Because everybody's going to need D2S by then. So it'll be just a way for us to get back on that boom, before we got into the quarantine, okay? So the next class will be involving a little more cooking. We're still gonna be giving this little lecture, guys, so you are informed on the food that you're eating. And as we go along, it's going to get way more interesting, okay? So guys, if you guys like this, give me a thumbs up. If you guys want to see more of this than just twice per week, let me know, DM me, so this way I can serve you better. You see, my job as your TFL coach is going to be to serve you, to make this easier for you, to make this whole transition of super fit into quarantine fit a lot easier for you. And so that by the time you're done with the quarantine, you are like, damn, I still got it. Not that you lost it. All right? All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.